on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back to give another breakdown video. Today we're going to get into Sleep Token, Rain. This one is one of my favorite songs on the album. Fantastic songwriting, fantastic instrument songwriting, just a great song all around. But again, we're going to have to get into the lyrics because Vessel is a mysterious, poetic kind of dude with a lot of complex everything, okay? So we're going to jump into it. Before we do, I'm going to leave a comment down below on ways to support me, Patreon, merchandise, music that I make. If you're interested in any of that, it'll be the first pinned comment down below. Thank you. Let's get into it. First off, we have, for so long, I have waited so long that it almost became just a stoic statue fit for nobody. So this, at first glance, might not seem like it's any deep. There's not like depth to it because he's saying just basically, I've waited so long that I've become numb. I've become a stoic statue. Like I don't feel anything anymore and I'm not worth anything to anybody. I'm fit for nobody. A lot of people say this might be a reference to the song Mine from their second album where he says, I have waited paralyzed by my own will. Could be a little throwback, could be a little toss to that, but for the most part, I think he's just painting a picture of how long he has waited and what it's done to him, right? Then he goes, and I don't want to get in your way, but I finally think I can say that the vicious cycle was over the moment that you smiled at me. So at first glance, I'm thinking, I don't want to get in your way. So he's hanging back and he's kind of being this really nice dude, but he's finally saying that cycle is over. You know, that waiting and me being this empty person is over because you smiled at me and that changed everything. He's saying that this woman means a lot to him. Even the small things that happen between them brings him happiness. And it could be a little bit of a toss-up or a little bit of a toss back to how he was in his previous relationship, you know, and now that maybe there's a new girl involved, it's still little things. Like it's kind of making me feel human again. And then we get into the chorus, and just like the rain, you cast the dust into nothing and wash out the salt from my hands. I'm taking that as like when rain comes down, obviously it's going to wash away the dust, anything that's dirty, it turns it into nothing, right? It gets soaked in the ground, whatever, it's washed away. And then the salt from my hands, I don't know, we're going to have to read into that a little bit. This also appears to be a mirror to their song Atlantic, where it ties into the verse where he says, I'm trying not to crush into sand, so flood me like Atlantic, weather me to nothing, wash away the blood on my hands. It's a very similar kind of structure of writing, and the words are very similar. So I'm going to take it, wash out the salt from my hands. Maybe he's meaning like he's still holding on to something kind of petty, because when you're salty about something, right, you're kind of upset by it, and usually you're holding on to that. So I think by saying wash out the salt from my hands, it's washing away what I was still holding on to in a negative way. I think that's probably how it is, because you cast the dust into nothing, right? The rain is just washing everything away. So I don't know. That's how I'm going to take it. That makes sense to me, but that's the thing with Vessel, is the way that he writes. You could take it so many different ways. So touch me again, I feel my shadow dissolving, will you cleanse me with pleasure? Now here, we might be getting into a little bit of a sexual kind of thing here. And when I listened to this song at first, I didn't hear anything sexual because I was just sucked into the song. But apparently this song, the whole album is riddled with a lot of innuendos and a lot of dark sex kind of stuff. At least you could take it that way. Who knows what he's really meaning? But here, you could kind of take it that way, because will you cleanse me with pleasure? Like basically, will you take everything away, all this negativity that I'm feeling, like just touch me again and cleanse me after we're done doing whatever we're doing. Then we get into the verse 2. It's that chemical cut that I can get down with. Up like the moon and out like the hounds, a dangerous disposition somehow, retracted in light, reflected in sound. Bro, how am I supposed to break that down? The dude is like, this is Shakespeare stuff, so I'm going to do my best here. Chemical cut that I can get down with. Chemical cut. When you, maybe a chemical in your cut, like when you're cleansing a cut and you put a chemical in there, or like, like rubbing alcohol, something like that, it burns, but he likes it. So maybe there's something in there that's kind of almost toxic, but he likes it. Up like the moon and out like the hound. So maybe he's saying he's up like the moon, right? Like he's feeling a little something down there. He's up, and out like the hounds, like he's turning into a dog, right? He's really feeling turned on. Maybe this is stop me if I'm going the wrong way, but it could be like that. A dangerous disposition somehow refracted in light, reflected in sound. Maybe it's also reciprocated from her in light and sound. Maybe there's some moaning going on. I don't know. Maybe I'm going down the wrong sex path. This one's a tough one to break down. There's no context here. And it's very, very vague. And you could take this a lot of different ways. I'm coiled up like the venomous serpent. This could be tying into like Adam and Eve and the serpent and snake, and he's coiled up like that venomous serpent. So maybe he's ready to strike and to get, I don't know, man. I don't know. This one's a tough one. I'm coiled up like the venomous serpent. Maybe he's kind of cut off and like maybe he's distant a little bit, like a venomous serpent. When it's coiled up, it's ready, it's prepared to attack. Maybe he'll attack, but maybe he won't. Maybe he's just got a wall up, right? I don't know, but it also could be tying into some Adam and Eve stuff here at the same time. Tangled in your trance, and I'm certain you have got your hooks in me, and I know the way that it goes. You get what you give, you reap what you sow. That is a good line. All right, now we're starting to get somewhere, Vessel. Now I kind of understand what you're saying. Tangled in your trance, I'm certain you've got your hooks in me. Obviously, he's saying this chick has got him by the balls wrapped around her finger. He is lost in the sauce, okay? Whether it's all lust, whether it's love, whatever it is, he is completely enamored by this woman. Just lost, okay? And I know the way that it goes. You get what you give, you reap what you sow. So he's saying that I think he knows he's maybe being used, or maybe vice versa. Maybe it's just a sex thing and they're using each other, but he's maybe falling in love. But he understands that, like, I think he's got his brain and his heart separated. He knows his heart is sucked in by this girl and completely just wrapped around her finger. But logically, he knows, like, this will probably end up bad. I know I probably shouldn't be doing this. I know, like, you get what you give, you reap what you sow. Like, logically, this is probably not good, but his heart is just taking over, and it's like, I'm lost in the sauce. So that's some really good writing right there. Really good, because it's a different way of saying you're aware of what's going on and you know you shouldn't be doing something, but you do it anyways because you kind of have let go of that self-control. I like that. And I can see you in my fate, and I know I am what I am, the mouth of the wolf, the eyes of the lamb. So, darling, will you saturate? Oh, whoa, hello? What's going on here? So he says, I can see you in my fate. I can see you in my future, right? Maybe he just wants it so bad that he sees her in the future. And he knows what I am, right? I know what I am. I'm the way that I am, okay? This is what you're getting with me. The mouth of the wolf, the eyes of the lamb. So maybe, I don't know if he's talking about himself or her, but the mouth of the wolf would indicate something aggressive, right? Like a wolf, but also in sheep's clothing, because the eyes of a lamb. So what this person is saying, whether he's talking about himself or the other person, they're saying one thing. Maybe it's aggressive, maybe it's manipulative, but their eyes are saying something else. Like inside, that's not who they really are. So this is all talk, essentially, because who they are in their eyes, their soul, is a sheep. They're just a lamb. They're just a little scared little lamb. And they're doing all this talking to protect themselves, right? It's like someone who is really, really aggressive and really closed off and a bitch and just an asshole because they're scared of getting hurt. They're protecting themselves in the wrong way. They're trying to be perceived as this mean person, this wolf, so they don't get close to anybody because they're scared of getting hurt. They're a little lamb. That's how I'm taking that. That's good writing. I think so. Here it says this could also be a religious thing. Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravaging wolves. So I'm kind of on par with that. I believe this could also be a false prophet kind of thing. Maybe not to that depth, but that concept of like someone who appears to be maybe really nice, but they're really a wolf. So it could be the opposite as well, right? You might see them as a lamb and it's something very nice, but they're a wolf on the inside and they're bad. So it's again, manipulation. Okay. There's two ways to take this here. And you know what? Now thinking about it, it's probably a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of writing to be taken here, because that would go more into the manipulation of things. And then, so darling, will you saturate? This seems to be a callback to Aqua Regia, saturate me, I can't get enough. This could be very dirty depending on how you want to take this, okay? Will you saturate? I mean, come on here. Maybe he's also saying, I'm trying to think of a different way to take this. Maybe he's also saying, like, will you finally give in? Will you finally let these walls down? Will you finally saturate? I mean, I'm trying to think of another way to take this. It seems like you could only take this one way, but there's got to be another meaning, right? Vessel is just, he's a poet. Maybe this is her finally giving in and finally just releasing and letting loose, right? Maybe that's it. I don't know, but we all know what he's meaning right here with these. And then here we get back into the chorus. Then the bridge comes. Nobody can say for certain if maybe it's all just a game. This also closely references lines from Bloodsport. I made loving you a blood sport. I can't win, so let's play. So again, this toxic relationship, he doesn't know if it's all just a game. Like, he's so screwed up in the head with this chick, this lover, that he doesn't know if it's a game at this point, right? Like, I can't say for certain if it's all just a game. And he probably doesn't want it to be a game, man. He's probably really trying to have something with this girl, have something real. When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name. This could be a possible callback to the lyric Say My Name Again in Jericho from their EP too. Also, I think this is him imagining a future. Like, I can hear you say my name. Like, we're past this toxic bullshit. We're past this manipulation stuff. Like, in the future, I can see you. I can hear you say my name in the future. And that's what he wants. He wants something real with this person. And then the outro, so rain down on me. This part was so gassed. The drop on here was so good in the song. And maybe if we're taking the lyrics how sexual the rest of the song is, rain down on me could be very, very sexual. Very sexual if you think about it. And you know, this is also kind of the conclusion of the song when things come to an end. So, you know, it would only make sense that it's rain down on me, kind of saying what we're all thinking, right? It could be like that, or maybe it's tears. It's probably tears. Rain down on me. Just cry it out. Just let it all out, right? Maybe that's it. But we know that's probably not it. So the writing on here is good, man. This is why I like getting into these videos, these breakdowns, because the writing, especially with a band like Sleep Token, you could take it different ways. The artist has intended it one way for sure, but a man of Vessel's caliber also knows that what he writes and how he intends it, he also knows it could be taken a few different ways. And that is what makes really good writing, is when you intentionally write something that can be taken a few different ways, but ultimately does paint the picture of what you want. That is really good writing, and that's what we get here. The song itself is fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album, and the writing here definitely has more of an intimate kind of sexual feel. Now that I've read the lyrics, you definitely could take it that way. And again, it goes into this manipulation, this toxic relationship of this chick or this lover, you know, whoever it is, and it's not good, man. I hope Vessel finds true love, because this man has been through it apparently. But that'll do it for today's breakdown video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel grow. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't done so, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I drop a video every single day. If you're not new here, welcome back. I appreciate the love and support as always. Thank you very much for showing up and showing love. You know what to do. Leave some comments down below. What do you think about a lot of these lyrics? I do my best to break these down. I read through them. I read through what others have suggested and kind of give my own thoughts. If you have something different, let me know, because these lyrics are kind of open for interpretation. But that comment section is for y'all, as well as if you like Sleep Token or you haven't heard them, go check them out. They're fantastic. But if you like them, be sure to support them. Always support the artists. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow them on social media. Stream their music anywhere and everywhere you can, because support is number one for any artist, band, rapper, creator, entertainer, whoever's making content or music for you to enjoy, and you do enjoy it. Reciprocate that energy via support. Yes, I know that was fast. That's what I do. So with all that being said, I hope you're having a great day. I'm sending positive vibes your way, and until next time, I'm out. Ride for you if you ride for me. On the window hard, I'm trying to play for keeps. You ain't gotta worry, put your trust in me, 'cause you're running from your problems.